The Fela project was brought to me by our lead producer, Stephen Hendel, who is, I would dare say, a convert to the Church of Fela. This man loves this music. He loves it in a way that I find extremely touching. I knew of Fela's music as I was a member of what was called the American Dance Asylum, a collective of choreographers in the 1970s in upstate New York, and we were always listening to new music, Phil Glass, Steve Reich, various world musics, Sheila Jordan, Rashawn Roland Kirk, all sorts of jazz, and surely somewhere along the way someone introduced Fela, and with Fela came his story of his fight with the Nigerian government. It was, for me, Fela was the sound, a somewhat throaty, gravelly sound, shouting out incomprehensible chants in a language I didn't understand, with this very, very seductive women's chorus in the back, and horns that could have been Hannibal's horns as he stormed from Carthage into Rome. It was martial, it was sexy, it was angry, it was party music all at once. So when I was asked by Stephen Hendel to, with Jim Lewis, to create a stage work about Fela, I had to retrofit my understanding of who the man is. I had to learn, with the help of Aaron Johnson and others, how to really listen to those horns, how to listen to what sounds like too much repetition, too much self-indulgence in terms of the duration of the different compositions. I had to actually turn to musicologists and political theorists to understand what Fela meant when he said music is the weapon, or what he meant when he said water no get enemy, or what he meant when he said trouble sleep, yaga go waken, what he gonna find, cat sleep, rat go bite his tail. What Fela meant to West Africans and people around the world when he shouted out zombie as a way of describing the armies of mindless, brutal soldiers who acted as the hands and fists of brutal dictators. As I listened to Fela closer, and I heard his music and saw the choices that he made as a composer, more than a politician, I realized that my whole life I've had something of a clenched fist. And in the world of contemporary dance, I have oscillated between the ingratiating charmer on stage, trying to use Marvin Gaye's term, trying to get over with audiences who found me a bit exotic and maybe extreme, but at the same time, Fela was telling me something about giving to a bigger purpose. So now, do I see a relationship between me and Fela? Tangentially, yes. We're both black men. We're both men who have had our run-ins with authority. We're both men who have had and have robust sexualities. But I find Fela to be a bit of a teacher for me. I find that I'm still very much in the school of high modernism, a European construct. Fela threw off that description and went after something more elusive, something more substantial in his desire to be an authentic African man. So maybe what draws me to Fela now is my pursuit of authenticity. Is it an authenticity rooted in my sexuality, in my race, in my country, in my art? Making this work is one way I'm finding an answer to that question.